Alright, hello again YouTubers, this is Evenball. It is May 28th, 2015, and I've got another batch of games here for you, so I'll get right to it. Okay, first up for this update will be a few games that I received in a trade. I actually traded away an extra copy I had of Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy, and a complete copy of Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the Xbox. And I received these games in return, and I think it was a pretty good deal. So let's start off. The first game I got was a Genesis game, Alicia Dragoon. This isn't complete in the box. It's just the box and the cartridge, but the cartridge works fine. This game is a lot of fun. You probably heard of it before. It's one of those Genesis games that is kind of rising in price, so I'm glad to finally get it. And the next one is also a sought-after Genesis game, Rocket Knight Adventures. And this copy is complete, and it's extremely mint. It's about as mint as you're going to get for a Genesis game. So, fantastic game and a fantastic quality copy. And I have one more, a GameCube game, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, a game I've been trying to get for a good price, and this is also in good condition, so glad to finally get this, and now I have both of the Metroid Prime games on the GameCube. Okay, so here are some games that I purchased at Value Village. First up, I've been waiting to find this game for a good price, but it's Crash Bandicoot Warped. Last time I bought this game, it was cracked, but this game is in perfectly good condition. Only $3, so that's a pretty good deal. And I got a few NES games that I actually didn't have, believe it or not. So first up, I got Super Mario Duck Hunt. Yes, I did not have a copy of Super Mario Duck Hunt, believe it or not. But now I finally got one for a fair price. I used my 30% off coupon on these NES games as well, so that was a good deal. I also got at the same time, I've got Donkey Kong Classics, which has Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. on the same cartridge, so that's pretty good. And one more, Q*bert for the NES. I love this game, and it's a pretty good copy. Alright, but it isn't just old games I've been buying. I've also been buying a few new things. For instance, I found, believe it or not, I found this at Value Village, but it's Dead Rising 3 for the Xbox One. I do own an Xbox One. So it's about time I started getting some games for it. This is only $10, not a bad deal, and I have yet to open it. It's actually a brand new game. And next up, I have opened this and taken a look, and I need to really give it a good playthrough, but it's Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U, which also has Bayonetta on it. I know this is going to be a whole lot of fun. I really need to dig into this. But I've got even more stuff. I've also got a new Nintendo 3DS XL. I got this, actually this is a reward from work, and it's really nice to get that. Also, I got another game system. This replaces my old 3DS, and I've already transferred all my stuff to the new one, and the screen is a whole lot better on this. A whole lot better. I also got, believe it or not, a PlayStation TV. And not a whole lot of people are getting this, but I decided, you know, it appealed to me more than the Vita actually did. I have enough portable game systems. I don't really need a whole lot more, and I just wanted to play Vita games on my TV, so I thought this would be a good idea. And it's really cheap, so so far I'm having a lot of fun with it. Although it doesn't play every Vita game, so that is kind of a drag, but I can still download PSP games onto it and play it, so that's a lot of fun. Okay, and this last weekend I got a whole bunch of GameCube games, even more GameCube games, and so I'll share them with you right now. First up, I went to a swap meet and I got this batch of games here for $7 altogether. I got also these paddles for the 2600, so now I can play the paddle games on my Atari Flashback 2. So that's great. But none of these are really special, but these are games that I needed for my collection. So we'll start off with Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, Flushed Away, and Shrek 2. So not bad for $7 altogether. Next up, I have a bunch more that I found. And these were a pretty good price. And these are 20% off their marked price. So let's start off with Midway Arcade Treasures 2 for $8. That's not too bad. And I got Evolution Worlds, also for $8. Well, I mean $8 minus 20%. So also not bad. And this is the big one here, Goblin Commander: Unleash the Horde for well, that's a total of $8 right there. And this game is really hard to find. So I was really happy to see it out in the wild. I mean, it comes up on eBay, sometimes complete, but it's usually about $30 or $20 to $30. So it's nice to get it for $8. Pretty good deal. And I got one more game that I ordered online, and I got it actually shipped from the UK. And it's called Max Play Classic Games Volume 1 for the GameCube. And it's 100% unofficial, and it actually is unofficial. This is the only unlicensed game for the GameCube to ever come out. It's kind of rare, and I don't know how rare exactly, but it was online order only, and it was UK only. So that makes it a pretty rare game. But I can tell you one thing, this does work in a US system. It boots up and starts working right away, but you have to have a component cable to run it, and you've got to have a Sony PVM to run it, or else you won't be able to see anything. So there's a lot of hoops to go through to get it to play on your system. Thankfully, I have those things, so I can play this game as much as I want. Alright, and to top it all off, I found a few unexpected items while searching for things, so I thought I'd show them to you. First up, I found this at Goodwill Outlet. It's only about 10 cents for me, but it's pretty interesting. It is a controller, an Epix 500XJ controller. It's analog, I noticed. I was wondering what the heck it was for, and I bought it. You know, it wasn't very much. It was sold by weight, and it turns out it's actually an Amiga controller for a Commodore Amiga. So I don't have one of those yet. I have a Commodore 64, VIC-20, and a 128, but I don't have a Amiga yet. But when I get one, I'll have a controller for it. So that was pretty unusual. And the last one, which is probably the best one here, I found this silver PlayStation 2, this beautiful silver PlayStation 2 Slim, with the matching controller not far from it for only $4, and the system itself was $25. That's actually a really good deal for these. These aren't very common, and this works, so that's also a bonus. These are a really good system. They load really fast, and they have an internal power supply, unlike the black PS2 Slims. So glad to finally get one of those. I don't have to go searching around for one, and that should be it. Okay, that's all for this time. Thanks for watching.